Automations is something which is like really a very big buzzword around. And with a lot of automations happening due to various technologies like RPA and everything, how exactly blockchains come into the picture of automations? Do they go ahead and do they automate a lot of stuff which we do in today's world? Or how do they exactly go ahead and they do this kind of stuff? Okay, so this is something that we have to talk about in this particular video. Now, if you're someone who has come to my channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Aishwarya Gupta, and you're watching the blockchain series. In this, we are trying to give you all the knowledge that is in the simplified form for blockchains. And if you haven't subscribed to us, go ahead, subscribe us, and press the bell icon so that you are able to get notified every time we bring in a new video. Now, when we talk about automations, let's talk a particular scenario. That scenario is basically whereby I talk about two people, which is Alice and Bob. So you can see Alice in blue and Bob in red. Now, what Alice and Bob want to do is Alice wants to set up a fund to pay Bob $100 to start each month at the end of each month through a smart contract. So forget smart contracts, forget automations. Let's talk about a normal situation whereby Alice wants to pay Bob, let's say $100 for the next 12 months. Every month, on the first day of every month, she wants to go ahead and pay $100, and this will continue for 12 months because she had to pay $1,200. Now today, if we have to go ahead and we have to talk about these kinds of situations or these kinds of conditions, what happens is you can either give your bank accounts your standing instructions. Now, standing instructions can work, they cannot work also sometimes. Why? Because maybe the next time when this standing instruction has to go through, there is a maintenance going on in that bank. So your transaction can get delayed or it can get cancelled. Okay, so that's one issue. Second is you will have to create an escrow account whereby you will be depositing this $1,200 so that they are safe in that escrow account and your payment is going through. Now, if this is a very big payment, let's say 1.2 million or $100 million payment, you will also want some legal work done for this. So all these things, first of all, what they will do is they will incur a lot of cost for you. And when they will incur a lot of cost for you, what will also happen is you will also learn or you will also see that there can be situations where these don't work, even after with all that cost that we're talking about. Now, what about I go ahead and I automate this thing? I go ahead and I create something which helps me automate this whole process, reducing or eliminating any downtime, any extra cost. There will be cost, but some extra cost that I'm incurring, and ensure that these payments that are getting released, they release on time. I can build in some more conditions if I want to. All those things in something known as a smart contract. Now, these smart contracts are something which are deployed on blockchain, and hence they assume or they get all the features of anything, of all the data that is put on blockchain. So we have already discussed all these things in detail in our previous video. So if you haven't seen that video about what is blockchain, you can just pause here, go back, see that what exactly is blockchain, and then come and resume here. So once we have understood what blockchains are, now we are talking about smart contracts which are deployed on blockchains. Now, what exactly is a smart contract? Let's go by the definition first. A programmable contract that allows two counterparties to set conditions of a transaction without needing to trust another third party for the execution. Okay, I understood the definition. Let's make it a little bit easy. It's like an if-else statement. If-else statement or a conditional statement whereby I tell you if this is the condition that is fulfilled, you go ahead and execute this kind of a situation. If it does not fulfill, you don't go out and execute this kind of a situation. Now, that exactly is what a smart contract is, and these are deployed on various public blockchains like Ethereum, like Cardano, where they are going to be deployed, like Polkadot, where they are working on deploying it, and Binance Chain, where they're already deployed. So a lot of smart contract platforms are already there, which are, do you know how many of them such platforms exist in public blockchains? There are almost 200 plus such projects. So that's what exactly is a smart contract. Now, what will happen in a smart contract? In a smart contract, I will go ahead and I will store my $1,200. So the smart contract will work as an escrow account for me. It will have something which is known as all the data that I want to, all the conditions that I want to fulfill, which is like I'm paying $100 every month on first of every month. So this is the condition that I'll be building in it. which is what will happen is every time I go ahead and I put out and the smart contract sees that this is the date on which I have to make the payment. As soon as that date is fulfilled, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will the smart contract will automatically send that $100 to the address to which I have specified, which is Bob's address. Now, this is something which has happened, and I've discussed a lot about smart contracts and how they work and everything in my course as well. So, if you want a very deep understanding about it, the links are there in the description below, so you can learn about the fundamentals of blockchain and smart contracts possibly from there as well. So, now this is something which happens. Now, once this is happening, every time what is happening is I'm putting out a condition, and that condition is fulfilled, the smart contract will auto execute all that transactions for you. Now, what if I want this is something which is executed, which is done. So what is the benefit that I'm getting? So first benefit is I'm getting less number of intermediaries involved. I'm getting the services which are better, where I can go ahead and I can do all those things in an automated format, and there is no need to trust any third party anymore. I am doing this from a smart contract, so there is no literally a third party which is going ahead and creating such kind of a trust there. So I have done three things. I've bypassed intermediaries, I have no need to trust any third party, and I save cost which needs to be incurred when I deploy these three kinds of intermediaries, which were the lawyer, escrow account services, or the standing instructions. So all those things have migrated, all those things have mitigated, and that is the benefit of a smart contract. And it's basically limited to the imagination that you can have, because there are literally thousands and thousands of smart contracts which have been deployed, which are working perfectly well, handling millions and even billions of dollars in today's terms. So this is something which is how automations are happening. You can think about automating accounting entries, you can think about a host of use cases which are out there, and most probably that is going to be my next video. So still, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe it. So that's going to be there. Now, what are the components of smart contract? What exactly are the things that I go ahead and I understand in a particular smart contract? So the first thing, there has to be two users to create the smart contract. So that is the minimum. There can be unlimited kind of users that are out there, but two is the minimum that is going to be there. The second is all contracts are written in a code. So instead of those lines which you see in a contract, here all the contracts are written on a code. The benefit, if anything is written on a contract, all the parties will have the same understanding of that contract, except or where in a normal contract what happens is those things may be interpreted in a different way. So it reduces your litigations as well. And the third thing is smart contracts are stored on blockchain. I've already told you that they are stored on the blockchain. And if they are stored on a blockchain, they acquire all the properties of a blockchain. And the fourth is smart contracts execute itself when the events are triggered. That is where I can go ahead and I can say that they are auto executable. But one question before I end this video is, smart contracts, I'll give you something which will make you wonder, which is smart contracts cannot communicate with the internet. Now, if they cannot communicate with the internet, how are they processing all this data? This is something which you have to find out and tell me in the comment section below. If you are able to, well, that's awesome. And if you're not able to, I have another video coming for you where I'll explain you how these smart contracts are going to communicate with the internet when they are not connected to the internet. So I think that makes it pretty much clear how automations are happening on blockchain. I've told you there are a lot of things that you need to understand, you need to discuss on blockchains, and there what you can do is you can go ahead and you can pursue my course, which is specially made for finance professionals, where you have a host of benefits. I also come online there, and that is something that I keep on doing. So that is all about this particular video. If you have any questions, in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends so that they can also get all that knowledge out there. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.